So, Gaffer, we're coming to the end of our time in Spain. How would you sum it up?
Oh, it's been excellent. Really has been. Everything. The lads, their work rate, the pitches, the food, getting them, be able to get them in the pool after every session has been really, really important for their recovery. It couldn't have gone any better, to be honest. We've had a fantastic time. We've just got to finish it off today. Hopefully we'll get through today with no niggles, no injuries or anything like that. And it's been a really, really important week for us.
How important is a camp like this to sort of lay your foundations for the future season? Obviously, it's not just fitness, it's the togetherness, it's the bonding. How does it all compare?
Well, there's quite a few stories that have come out already with people rooming with one another and taking, you know, voice messages and sending them to their roomie about who snores the most in the morning. So there's been a bit of that going on. But obviously when everyone gets close together and we live in each other's company for 24 hours, you always get to find out a lot more about the people that you're living with and the people you're working with. Because as I've said before, back home, we only get sort of 2, 3, 4 hours a day really when we're really condensed in each other's company. So I think it's been really good. And I think the benefits will, you know, will be really first class. I can see that lasting. Some of the friendships that have got there, some of the new boys that have come in, you know, have settled in really well. So it's been a really, really tough week. I look at them this morning and there's a few puppy dog eyes looking at me this morning, but we need to get through today. And they've been absolutely first class, every single one of them. I can't thank them enough for their efforts that they've put in. You know, they've never given up on anything. So they're certainly in a better fitness state now than when we were when we come out. You can see a lot of people have changed in terms of their body composition. You know, it's just much better.
And you mentioned it there. Are the squad exactly where you'd want them to be at this sort of time in pre-season?
I would probably say fitness-wise they're ahead. They're ahead of it, but I think what's happened there with the summer programme that they've had this year, you know, adhering to that, they've actually found out this week how important that summer programme was to them. Because if you're a professional footballer now, you know, really you've got to be a professional footballer 12 months of the year. That doesn't mean to say they're going to play for 12 months of the year, even though some of the, you know, the guys at the top level, as we've seen, you know, with England at the World Cup, have played for nigh on 12 months. But, you know, they've been really, really good. Watched everything that they've eaten all the right things, all at the right times, had a good refuel with the food that we've had for their energy to get them going again, morning and afternoon. So yeah, it's been an incredible trip really, and I'm really pleased because I thought that's what we could get out of this, and we've got everything. So we just need to get through today. So hopefully, if we get through today unscathed, without any injuries, going back home and getting on the plane early tomorrow morning, we'll be absolutely delighted with that.
And you've put them through a lot this year, you know, the 350s, Oliver Nova runs. You must be delighted with the attitude and the application from all of them.
Well, they've got to do them anyway. If you're setting a task, they've got to do them. I think it's about doing them with a good heart. I think it's about them doing them with a good mental determination, because these runs, and they're doing them this morning as well, they're doing 350s this morning, and the reason they're doing them is they're the hardest. And any player who's played for me in the past, you know, a few of the lads have already had some texts from other players that have worked under me about how you're getting on with the 350s. So, you know, they're pretty legendary, those 350s, but they're really, really good for them. It just, you know, it's just everything that you need. And by next week, we'll have a little bit more ball, and some of the runs will shorten down because then we'll start playing games. So this week it's just been perfect. We just, hopefully, I'm not talking ahead of myself, and we get through today and we have no injuries and everything else goes to plan.
And like you say, it's been the perfect environment as well. The facilities have been good, the pitches, the pools, the gyms. It's been ideal for us.
Yeah, well, like I said, with that was the benefit of that was being here before. So because I'd been here, you know, this will be the third time now. So, you know, actually seeing the facilities and making sure we'd done an inspection on them. I'd done an inspection on them a month ago, and they haven't changed. So I'm not surprised. I think everybody else was pleasantly surprised by it in the first couple of 3 days in terms of the pitches that we get to play on, you know, having the gym that's just behind us, the swimming pool. That's been, you know, I mean, it sounds like the swimming pool, it sounds like, okay, you're on a bit of an holiday, you know. Some of the things they've had to do swimming wise in that pool, it certainly hasn't been a holiday for them, that's for sure.
And we head back to the UK tomorrow with our first pre-season match at Evesham approaching.
Yeah.
How are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we want to enjoy the rest of today. We want to enjoy the rest of this week. We all want to get home safely. And I'm pretty sure the lads will be looking forward now to seeing all their family back home. So that, that's been an important part. They're away from their families, so they get back home and have a couple of days with their family, and then we'll get back to work and get on the training ground back home. See how all the work's been going on back home. That'll be good to get back. Hopefully there's a fair bit of that's kicked on, so we're looking forward to seeing the training ground when we get back home. And then our first game next week, we'll obviously speak about the Evesham game when we get nearer to it.
And just finally, obviously, the transfer window's rolled on through this World Cup. We've done some decent business already. How have you found it? And has the World Cup had any knock-on effects for that for you?
Maybe. I think it's been a very awkward window, this one, and normally it isn't so bad. But what you've got is you've got the same pool of players and you've got the same clubs, and we're all on one island and we're looking around at those players. So, we thought we'd got one done yesterday. That hasn't been the case. But whether it resurfaces or not, it doesn't matter, because if not, we'll be on to our next one. So that's an ongoing process, and it will be right up to the transfer window ending. Are you looking in the background there? Because that sprinkler's on its way round.
Yes.
Let's vacate. I can feel it.